The K2 is a South Korean assault rifle that has a terminal case of 3120 syndrome. There's not too much positive things I can really say about it, given that most of the damage I should be doing is mitigated by the awful recoil it has for what it's called an all-rounder. I mean, sure, it can 3-shot, but so can the G36K, and that's a carbine. I mean, the 36K has worse minimum damage, but you're also going to be lasing the people you're hitting at minimum range because it's a G36, and you're going to be killing them faster. If you want to use the K2, here's my setup, or alternatively, just use the M16A3. It does literally everything better. Please just give this thing a 1.1 chest multiplier. 4 out of 10. The K1A, unlike its assault rifle counterpart, isn't a total fucking disappointment. In fact, it's actually pretty damn strong. It has a 2-shot headshot, good fire rate, and controllable, albeit not so great recoil. It's got a decent reload since it's a carbine, and I think it holds up pretty well in the niche it was placed in. However, I really wouldn't advise going it for longer range kills. It's not your friend in that regard. Here's my setup, and I give it a 7.5. The Scar Rage is a somewhat low recoil battle rifle that is so professionally boring that the only bands it listens to are Neutral Milk Hotel and Talking Heads. Typical 20-round magazine, good damage ranges, sluggish reload, and a notable lack of a one-head, one-body combo. It also tends to miss shots because someone thinks that the only way to balance a gun is by adding more horizontal recoil. Here's my setup. Also, the model sucks fucking donkey dick. 2 out of 10. The MG42 is a dumpster fire piece of shit that should have never been added in the way it was. I never thought I'd see the day where I'd just consider a belt fed to be straight up bad in this game until the release night of this thing. People will of course call it toxic and overpowered because it's an LMG, to which I spit in their face and tell them to just use the MG3 instead. The MG3 does the same thing without making you feel like you have fucking twigs for arms. Also, the M231 does the MG42's job in a much less boring manner, without getting hard punished for holding down the trigger for like a nanosecond too long. Please just give this motherfucker an extended belt or something. Setup. 4 out of 10. The K7 is what I feel like is going to be the highlight of this update for me. Oh, god damn it. Anyways, the K7 is a total and unrelenting beamer, and I'm all for it. Before you know who said, I'm gonna throw physics and how shit works right out of the window, the K7 wouldn't be nearly as good as it is right now because it has a compensator. Very mobile, very melty, albeit somewhat hard to control. Basically an integral 633 but with slightly better recoil and handling. Don't expect too much at range though, because your velocity is like a fucking 80-year-old throwing a shot put, and your minimum damage is weaker than a 4-year-old with leukemia attempting to become the champion of fucking MMA. Here's my setup as of right now. I feel like shit. I just want the old stats back. 8.5. Wait, why did I spawn here again?
Ghost side.
If you never done this before.